Always, I am here with motherfucking crazy legs. I think it just now started. Let me redo that. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Nonstop Rambling Podcast. I'm Kyle Content, and I am here with motherfucking crazy legs, my host with the most,
Oh
the
yeah,
captain
what's up?
awesome of everything, and we are here to talk to you today about some pretty important stuff, like how far does my testicles hang below my body? It's about 6 inches, believe it or not.
That's a pretty big. That's that's some saggy balls right there, Kyle. You might want to get that looked at. Testicles hanging that low.
The women are driven mad by it.
They're just dripping with wetness, just of how much you hang low.
Anyway, crazy, how's your week been? I hope you've been staying sober, not smoking cigarettes.
Uh, I mean, I haven't smoked cigarettes in two years, and I haven't dipped in 2 weeks.
2 years?
Um, I swear it's been like two
No, it's
years.
been a
Yeah,
year, fool.
it's been forever. It's been at least a year and a half. I know, 'cause it's been a while. I feel like I haven't bought a cigarette in forever, or even smoked one.
Yeah, 'cause you quit 6 months before I quit, and I quit in February.
But then I started again, and then I quit again. I swear it was before that. I don't know. It feels like forever, right? Because I don't smoke anymore.
Yeah, my last
But
whole cigarette was in February. I didn't smoke for 2 months. I took a puff of one, and it made me almost sick, so I knew I was done with them.
my week's been okay though. I got to go back to work tomorrow. My vacation wasn't as it was good, but I didn't stream as much as I probably wanted to, and I didn't really do anything.
Yeah,
So, but I mean,
now is the time to announce your good idea on the podcast. Crazy has a fantastic idea if he has the money to do it or the means to do it.
oh yeah, I think I should have the money. I just to grow my channel a little bit at least. I know this. I feel like people will come just for this reason, but it might help. I might meet some people who want to stay. I think every month I'm going to give away a top tier game, kind of like a, a AAA title game, or just something that's new. So if you're subbed to my channel, you have a good chance of winning. At least for this month, I'm going to give away the new Call of Duty. So, and I don't think even most of my subs don't even know that. I put it on Twitter, and I'm going to put it in my stream titles from now on. Yesterday I did that, and I got like 10 people to follow me. And I think they might have thought that's how they were going to get it, but it said in my title subs, so maybe they were just following me just to do it. But um, some of them are going to be surprised if they don't know. Like Letty, I don't think knows about it. Chloe does, but I don't know if I should do this. I might give her something else, but she don't play Call of Duty, so I feel like if the stream elements picked her, I'd have to either give her
Well,
something else or just not give.
why not say like a new title or the monetary equivalent of a new title? So
Okay,
so
yeah, that
like
makes sense. Is there a way?
so like if say they just simply don't want Call of Duty, right? Like it's just not in their budget. Why not offer like two $30 games as opposed to a $60 game?
Yeah, I could just tell them, you have $60. What do you want? You pick as long as it's $60. If you want like three $5 games and the rest in a gift card, let me know and I'll send it to you. Um, I is there a way to do that with Stream Elements to where it just picks out subs, or would I have to? Can you even look at your subs? Can you see who's subbed to
Yeah,
you?
you can specifically. I have
I
no
don't know how
idea
to
how to
do
do
that.
it either. I don't think Stream Elements. I don't know if they do or not. Hold on. I know Nightbot does, but Stream Elements.
Oh, I forgot my Wi-Fi don't work. I don't know why I keep
How
closing my
does your
Wi-Fi
Wi-Fi
computer.
not work?
Okay,
How are
my
you
bad.
on
My
Xbox
bad.
right now?
Because I'm hardwired. Like that's working, but my Wi-Fi is not working. Maybe if I restart my computer. No, because even on my phone it doesn't work. Wait, let's see. I'm gonna turn on my Wi-Fi on my phone. Yeah, it just says it's searching.
That's so weird, man.
I don't know either. Uh, Yeah, I know. I'm confused. Because, like, on my router, it's always blinking where the Wi-Fi thing is, but most of the day today, it was just solid red. And then it started blinking green again. And I can play on my Xbox because it's hardwired, but I can't get on my computer or use my phone without the data. I mean, I'm not really complaining that much because I want to play some games and drink my beers.
It's essentially what I'm doing too. All right, for everybody who doesn't know, I haven't had a sip of alcohol in like a month. I'm drinking for the first time tonight. So everybody,
What do you
now
drink?
that Biden is elected, I am now going to become an alcoholic. I feel like that is the best way to make money.
I put a. I'm not gonna read the this not to be a political podcast, and there's nothing I have to say unless something weird happens in a couple months, then we can bring it back up again. But I, I saw a couple of memes on Facebook, and you know how people were celebrating Biden, which is fine. But I posted on my Twitter. I said it's funny how the media says when people are celebrating Biden's win, they call it like a celebration. But when people are talking about Trump or doing whatever, then they get all butthurt about COVID because they're like, oh, they're not separating. But it's like you guys just had thousands of people celebrating Biden's, and not all of them had masks on either. I'm not saying you guys don't wear masks, but like they were all together in groups, but they call it a celebration. But if Trump supporters do it, they're like, oh, they're gonna spread COVID. It's like just you can't have it both ways. If they're both doing the same thing, then yes, we're all
No,
spreading
you're
COVID.
you're
So shut up.
absolutely right. But
Yeah,
here's the thing. I'm
I,
seeing the
I
left call it out more than I saw the right calling it out. Yeah,
about the
like
COVID.
people. I'm seeing a lot of
Yeah,
leftists like
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
sarcastically saying like, "Oh, I guess COVID's gone now, huh? Fuck off, idiots." You know, just shit like that. But at the same time, like, if you're fucking going out and celebrating, like, you shouldn't be doing it. But if you are doing it, fucking wear a mask at the minimum, please. Like,
Yeah,
I
or
don't want
that.
your
I mean,
fucking cooties, you asshole.
see, that's where I'm stuck because the conservative part of me does not want to wear a mask, and I
You're a
do
fucking
sometimes.
asshole.
I'm not that much of a no, no, but just listen. At least just listen to what I'm trying to say. So, so the conservative side of me doesn't want to wear a mask, but I do if like the if I notice like the store's packed. Now, if I'm going into like Speedway, there's like two people in there. I will not put it on unless someone asks me to, and then I'll put it on. I'm not gonna be like, oh fuck you, I'm not doing it. I'll put mine. Plus, my mask has the cop flag on it, or the Blue Lives Matter flag, and it has Trump 2020 on them. So if I wanted to, I could just hurt your feelings, just put it on. But I. And then the other part of me is like, if you don't want to wear it and you know what you're gonna get into and you can get COVID and die, that's your choice. If you want to wear it, wear it. But then again, if I had COVID, I would wear it. Like if I
Yeah,
knew
but
I had it.
that's the
But
thing.
then I
That's the
get your
thing, though, is
point. Yeah,
people.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Who don't know they have it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I get it. That's why I said I'm in the middle. Like if I knew I had it, I'd wear it 100%. I probably wouldn't even
I was
go
gonna say,
anywhere
if you knew you had it,
anyway
you shouldn't
if I
be
had it.
leaving at
Yeah,
all.
I shouldn't go. Yeah, yeah.
But no, it's fucking ignorant. It's stupid to think that you are immune to something that everybody has been exposed to or is going to be exposed to at some point. Let's fucking be real here.
I'm God's second son,
You
Kyle.
fucking slut. But it's fucking insane to think that people think that they're immune to this big thing, right? Everybody thinks they have this fucking god complex. Everybody thinks that it's just the fucking flu. I, how the fuck are we doing this still? It's November of 2020. Like I can't get in that mindset at
Well,
all.
the only reason I think now, I know I'm not immune to it, and I know I could get it. It's not that I. The only reason I think people think that, and I've met some people who are left that think the same way, is because the news and stuff. they do make it a big deal, but then when you watch certain channels, it's like, oh, there's a 99.6% survival rate. Like they don't. If they made it to where it was like, oh, you would die if you get this, and people would probably listen. And I'm not saying they should lie about that, but when you see things like it's a 99 point whatever percent survival, and it's like it is a big deal, but sometimes they make it to where it is, but then it's not, and they keep going back and forth. People just don't care to the point where they're just like, because I know a friend who I game with on Xbox now who has COVID, or he did, and he got over it, and for him at least, and I get it's different experiences, but for him he said it wasn't that bad. It was just like the flu, and then he just, you know, got over it and then did his own thing. So it's
All
I
right,
don't know.
so I have a friend. Well, I don't have a friend. Bethany has a friend who she's been like lifelong friends with,
Mm-hmm.
like since kindergarten or some shit. Uh, this woman has got COVID in April. She had COVID in April. She was an essential worker. She got COVID. By the way, no reparation for anything. No fucking extra money because she worked at Dollar General or some shit. Uh, she still has COVID today. Like, there are people who have COVID who are not healing from COVID. She's been sick since April, dude. Like, how in the fucking shit? She has lost her job. She's lost everything because she can't go out of the house.
Do you which if they this is again a more conservative side of me. I don't think they could do this, but if it happened, do you think they should mandatory make you get a vaccine for it, or is it your choice to get a vaccine? Because with me, I hate stuff like that. If you mandate something, I don't care what it is really. I don't like that.
See,
Like
this is
I
where
don't
I'm
know.
centrist about this. I don't think it should be mandated. I think what should happen is about a few 100,000 people should get it. We should see the effects from it, and then after we see the effects from it, we should be able to get it. Like I think
Yeah.
more testing needs to be done before it's mandated.
And Chloe did make a good point, and I don't. Maybe I'm just getting too far right, or maybe just I just had nothing to do with like politics, but as a religious person, like the mark of the beast type of thing. I mean, you've heard that about like the chip they want to put in people and stuff like that. That shit bugs me. Not even really the religious part, but bugs me about it, but just having someone say they want to put a chip in me to make me pay for things or do certain. Dude, I don't
How
like
is that
that.
the
Like that.
equivalent of
That just makes me
how's that
feel
the
weird.
equivalent of Mark of the Beast?
Because in the Bible, it kind of explains the mark of the beast is something that you will need to get food and to get and to live. That's basically what it is. It's going to be the thing that you need to have to survive. And that's why it says there's like a verse in the Bible where it says a lot of Christians will go and try to live out in the wild or go to like go away from people because they can't they can't actually survive. And I watched a video and it was actually a news channel. It was a couple years ago, but these people in Florida, they're actually trying it. Like they put the chips in them, and they work. I'm not saying it wouldn't work. You go up there, you scan your arm or your wrist or whatever. It's got all your health stuff on it. If you go to the hospital, it's got like all your information on it, which
IFID,
sounds
right? Is what
cool.
that is. Yeah, I think I
Yeah,
know what that
but
is.
it just like even if I wasn't religious and I didn't believe in that, it still makes me feel weird. Just having, you know what I'm saying? Just having someone say, "Hey, you need to get this chip to do whatever." It's like money's just fine. We have bank cards. Like why do I need something in my body? Like to me that stuff it just bugs me. And but what Chloe said, which makes sense. And if I'm gonna bring this back a little bit. Let's say that the government from day one wanted to like track us down. Okay, let's just say that. Let's say I'm that far into conspiracy. They could have did that when they gave your kids vaccines that you needed to get when you were a kid, because we all got vaccines when we were younger,
Yeah.
and we never, yeah, like so that is a good point. Like I get that because when we were kids, even my daughter had to get vaccines, and I never thought about it that way. And the only reason I probably didn't is because they didn't like put it on the news. Like, hey, you need to get this, you need to do this. Maybe that's why I didn't think about it. Like, oh, let's go get our shots for polio or whatever. And but I don't know. Just when people say that you need to do this, like you need to get this done, like I
I,
don't like that. Like
I,
unless
I
it's
have a
I don't
problem
know.
with anti-vaxxers. Not so much because they're anti-vaxxers, but because they spread false bullshit all the fucking time. Like them causing autism, like mercury being inside of it, like just different fucking bullshit notions. Like I don't know what the newest one is. I haven't paid any attention to it because it seems so far fetched to me. And yes, it is true. Mercury used to be in vaccines. It's not anymore. It hasn't been for since the 60s, I think, maybe 70s. Um what's another big one? It causes autism. Like that was a big thing. And then they started
Isn't
correlating autism with
isn't oh
um with vaccines, and then not understanding the
isn't
correlation. What? Sorry,
isn't
go ahead. Go ahead.
oh no, but isn't autism? Aren't you born with that? I thought you were born with
I
autism
always
because
thought that too. I
nephew
always
has
thought
it.
that too. Um, apparently there's different cases of it. I don't know. I have no idea. Like apparently there's people who are in their 30s getting diagnosed with autism because it's just like they fit like a criteria.
Oh, see, I mean, this the only thing I don't like about not even government or just the world in general. You can't trust anything. You can't, because even back in the 1800s, they didn't know what to do. They tried to, if you had a disease, they were like, here, smoke this, it'll help. Like they put Coke in Coca-Cola because they thought it helped. Or like they'll just random stuff they did just because they didn't know what they were doing. I'm not saying they don't know now, but it's just like a whole, just people just say things and you just gotta either accept it or not accept it. Like this is gonna help
Well,
you,
yeah.
take
I
it,
mean,
or we're gonna figure this. Yeah, that's what I
here's
don't.
here's here's the biggest problem that I'm seeing in the world today. It's people doing research and they're fucking researching the wrong end of things. For example, like the whole Bush did 9/11 thing, like a huge conspiracy back in that I dealt with back in
Yeah.
the day, right? I mean, if you're out there fucking looking for proof that Bush did 9/11, you're gonna find proof that Bush did 9/11, or you're gonna connect dots and pieces from every different aspect and figure out and think to yourself, well, why are these not connecting the way this way? It's because they're not connected. You're just kind of piecing it together, you know.
Yeah.
And like
And it
I can
made
come up with a conspiracy right now. You want to hear it?
yeah.
The Americas attacked Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. The America is the reason we went to World War II. Do you want proof of that? I can give it to you. Here, hear me out.
Okay.
America stole a shit ton of Japanese fighting. Oh my god, I can't say words. Fighter planes. Shut up. Shut up.
All right. Now go ahead.
America stole a shit ton of firefighter planes. How can I fucking say that word? That's such a fucking hard, difficult word.
Fire,
Yes.
firefighting planes.
Firefighting planes. Okay,
Okay.
there we go. America stole a bunch of firefighting planes and used it to attack Pearl Harbor so we would have economic basis in order to get into World War II. Why would Japan attack Hawaii, you ask? That's a very, very good question, Crazy. Thank you for asking that
I
question.
mean, it does make
Yeah,
a good
here's
question.
the
Like,
here's the best answer I can give
yeah.
you. They wouldn't have. Why the fuck would Japan attack America? For world domination? Fuck no. They had Europe, they had Asia, like that shit was on fucking lockdown. So what did they do? They attacked a whole nother fucking continent. And after they attacked the continent, they got their asses kicked by the Russians and the Americans. Seems pretty fucking suspicious, right? After we get in there, a non-superpower.
I mean, I mean, now that you say it, like it kind of makes sense
It's
of what
not
you're saying.
true. God damn it.
Because
That's what
why
I'm
would
saying.
no, no, I know, but I mean, if you think about it, it kind of makes sense. Because why would Japan attack us? We're one of the biggest fucking, military. Why would some little ass country want to go against the United States? Like, I get what you're saying. You can make up anything, but then again, I'm not saying history is false. Because if I said that, then I can't believe in the Bible because people wrote that, and like in the way I believe God told them what to write. But but then in a way too, I'm kind of on the fence because as in school, we were taught certain things, but we weren't taught everything in history. They just taught us what they wanted us to
Yep, that's
see.
true. I believe
Like
that 100%.
everything was invented by white guys except for peanut butter. Everything was invented by a white person. So it's just that's how like it. It's just stupid because in every country they just teach you their basic things that they want you to know. And like I don't know this, but I'm assuming in China or Japan they don't probably talk about the United States, and if they do in their schooling system, it's probably like I bet you they might talk shit. I don't know, like they're you know we like what does Japan say if they brought up World War II to their students? Oh, we could have won that, but this happened, or America's did this. Like, we don't know. I don't know what they
I mean,
say.
I'm not
You know what
over
I'm
there
saying?
either, but I'm not going to start accusing
Yeah.
them of.
No, no, no. I'm
Yeah.
not. No, I'm not. I'm not trying to accuse
I
them of
have
that. But
met
I'm just
I
saying
have
we
met
don't know.
German people in not only in SWAT Nation but like outside of SWAT Nation as well. And every one of them have said that all of them have learned about the Holocaust. Like it's
As in
it's
like
ingrained in their brain.
it's
Yeah.
bad.
Like it's ingrained in their brain that
Okay.
Germany did this to a shit ton of people, right? Um there was a my math teacher said that she had a foreign exchange student from Germany at one point who didn't know what the Holocaust was. And I don't know if that's her lying. I don't know why she would lie about that, but I don't know if that's her lying or if like the program has changed since then or whatever. But I I guess depending on um I assume like Germany has like rednecks as well, right? Where like it's small town people who think conspiracy shit happens for no reason. Like
Yeah.
I assume that every country has that to like some
I'm
degree.
I'm gonna look it up real quick. Yeah, go on now. Keep talking. Well, I'm gonna look up Germany rednecks or Germ German rednecks.
I know for a fact Canadians have rednecks, right?
Nap timers. Yes.
I mean, that caught me off guard. Nap, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Yeah, it's the people who say A all the time. It's it's the people who think the Mounties are like the greatest government system of all time.
Well, speaking of Canada, real quick, I saw a TikTok. Well, I saw a couple, and again, Chloe was like, "Stop watching TikTok for your views," and I'm not watching for my views. I'm just watching them, and it's just funny to see some. But I'm no joke. I saw 10 accounts that were that were Canadian that said when they're like, "Hey, when all you left people from America say that the Republicans should come up to Canada, we will let them. I will give you a room to stay with me right now." Because our leader in Canada is so stupid and he's so left that we don't want him in here. So if you conservatives want to come up here and stay with us and we can drink some beer and have some syrup or just making the jokes or whatever. And I don't know if that's how Canada actually feels or if there's like Canadian conservatives and there's Canadian leftists like so it's just funny to see that, like to see different countries be like, oh, you guys can come up here, we don't care because we don't like who we
Um,
have, but no one really knows about
I
that
do
because
know
they
I
don't
do know
talk
about
about it.
this to a small degree. I know about this. Um, Quebec specifically has a program called the Language Police, where if you're not speaking French in certain communities, you're either getting arrested or you're getting kicked out, or both. Yep.
Really? Holy shit. That's That's stupid.
It's fucking weird to hear. I didn't know shit like that even still existed. But yes, it's true.
I almost forgot that in Canada they do speak French and English. I didn't really even remember that until I was watching the TikTok. Like and that's the thing too. Wrong with like the world today in a way is we don't. I'm not saying we should get in other countries like business or like we need to learn what they do, but like some of that stuff I don't think about because I have to go to my job and then I come home and I do my own thing. But most Americans, and I think most people around the world, like normal people, not like higher ups or whatever, we just. I'm not saying we're like slaves or whatever, but we're kind of like stuck in our own thing. Like
Yeah, I
they,
mean, I would
like,
go as far as saying that we're
yeah,
slaves, especially the people who are working full
yeah. I
time
mean,
jobs, working 7.25 an hour. Fuck yeah, that's fucking slave wages,
yeah,
dude. Like you're making like $200 a fucking week. Are you fucking kidding? Abso-fucking-lutely slaves. Like we are absolutely fucking slaves to a system that that is designed to fail.
yeah. They just make us feel like we're free. 'Cause I don't think United States isn't free. You can't collect rainwater in certain states. Like why the fuck not? You don't own the rain. Like it makes no sense. You don't own the fucking rain. That's what blows my mind. Like there's certain states where if you get caught trying to catch rain for water, you can get fined. It's like, who the fuck made you God? Like, you don't own rain. If it's falling from the sky and it's there, it's water. We need water to survive. Why the fuck do I gotta, you know, even in Ohio, this is a far example, but in Ohio, and I know in a lot of states, if you want to go fishing or hunting I get in a way. You don't want to kill everything. But to fish, you need to get a
Mhm.
license, which is like $25. It's not expensive. But the fact that you need a license just to fish blows my mind. Like, why can't I just go fish? If it's like a private property, okay, yeah, I can't go there. It's
No,
someone's property.
it's
If I'm on a
absolutely the
lake,
opposite. You have to have a license to go fishing in public places, not in private places. It's fucking
yeah,
weird, dude. Yeah, you're
it's like
absolutely
why?
right.
It makes no sense. Like, it's just for them to make money. Like, oh, we're gonna make them pay. Even like, for example, like I get the license plates so they know who owns the car. Okay, I get that. Like, if a cop's behind me, he knows this little white guy named Chris Roberts should have this car. If someone else is in it, something might be going up. But why do I gotta pay $75 for a fucking sticker, for a tag on my car? Like, why do I have to renew that every year? Can I just buy the car, have the plates, and then that should be the end of it? Like, why do I have to keep paying you $75 to get a little sticker on my car? Like, to me, that stuff makes no sense. I mean, there might be a reason behind it. I'm not in that system. I don't know. But in my head, at least for now, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why am I paying that much just to have a sticker on my license plate? I don't get it. It's like they want to charge you for everything. Here soon, you know the world's gonna end when like a president or anyone in the world is like, hey, if you go outside, you gotta pay us like $20 for like a day to breathe the air. You can't fucking go outside unless you pay us to breathe the air that's in the world. Like it's just stupid. It makes no sense.
I don't think we'll ever get to that point. I I hope we don't ever get
America.
to that point. If we ever get to that point, we are fucked. You're absolutely right. But how the fuck do you turn off Xbox settings?
As in what?
Like I'm trying to mute the fucking beeping noise every time you move in the menu. Fuck it. All right, I'm done with it. Sorry, for everybody watching the podcast, like that's what you're hearing in the background. That's me trying to figure out why the hell this shit's not fucking doing things properly.
I don't hear anything unless they can hear it. I can't hear anything. That's any beeping.
Yeah, it's very clear in my headset. I don't know if it's because we're talking and it's just like muffling it a little bit, but
Beep 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 beep.
God, it's fucking so annoying, dude.
What the?
All right, fuck it, I'm done with it.
Oh, you mean like when you move
Yeah.
your stick around? It goes bup 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 when it hits like different
Mhm.
apps or whatever. I can look here in a second. Oh, speaking of like games, I was trying to play the new Tetris Effect game because it's free on Xbox Game Pass. I figured out that I'm horrible at Tetris. I thought I was decent because I know how to play Tetris, but I got fucked on the second level. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so bad at matching blocks
Dude,
together.
have you ever
I was,
seen like professional like Tetris players? Dude, they're
yes, it's
fucking
insane.
nutty, dude. Oh my god. Like they're fucking crazy to watch.
I, I watched like one of the top. It was like, I mean, I know I can't. We're all human race, but I'm just gonna say this so it's easier for me to explain. So like a white guy who was like one of the top Tetris players. He was like probably in his 30s, and then there's like a Asian kid who was like 16. He like destroyed the guy, but it was a close game. But just to watch them, like, and it wasn't even like just Tetris. It wasn't like just four lines. They would like build it up to where it was the whole fucking screen almost, where it would just be
Mm-hmm.
like boom, it's gone, and then and then they'd go again. It's like I can't even barely get a Tetris, let alone fucking make the whole screen full and then not freak out and then still get enough time to put the blocks in the right order. I was like, Jesus. I guess it just depends on, and I'm not saying I could never just play one game at a time, but I always bring up nap times because he's the only one I can really think of. He plays Halo. That's all he plays.
There
He's good at
there
it.
was a point where like I was multitasking and like every time I would search for like a game in Halo, I would bring up Tetris on my stream and just play it because like there was times where like I was sitting for hours just waiting for a game. Just I don't know, man. It's so fucking weird to
Oh,
what?
I got one. I got something to talk about. Speaking of games, okay, so who is it? I don't know if you know who he is. His name is Weevil. I guess he told me he used to play SWAT. I
I know
looked
him.
up his stats on Halo 5 app. I met him through Night Fury. But we were playing Call of Duty, and he said he don't play SWAT. He kind of retired from SWAT. But he was saying we were not playing the new COD. He don't have it. We were playing the old one, like Team Deathmatch or whatever. And he was saying that he thinks that games shouldn't have a a skill-based matchmaking. And I asked him, and I never really thought about this, but I asked him why wouldn't you want to play with someone kind of against your skill level? And he said the reason is because so okay, let's say you're like you're brand new at the new COD, and I've played for like let's say days, and you're in the same map as me, but I'm on the other team, and I start wrecking your shit because I'm like rushing, and you know you're still trying to learn. He said it's not fair because some of the guys who are high level or skilled players, let's say, because stats, they just sit in corners. That's why their skill level's so high because they don't die and they just camp. He said if it's not skill based, the players that get their ass handed to them every match, they need to learn the game. If you can't learn the game, you shouldn't be playing it, or you need to get better. If it's all skill based, then you're either never gonna find a game, because like in SWAT, if you're playing against champs, it's hard to find a game because you're higher rank.
Well, I mean, here
If and then again,
here's
it's hard to explain.
I
I'm
know
just
I
trying
think
to
I
say,
know what
but
he's
I
saying.
kind of
I've heard this
understand what he's
argument
saying.
before. Here's the problem with that. Um, Ideally, if you're sitting in a corner the entire game, I would rather people be playing against other people who sit in corners the entire game because that does happen. Like it's annoying as shit. But that is a fucking strategy, dude. Like I'm not gonna.
I mean,
It
it is.
works.
I'm not saying yeah. It works, but maybe at least in his head, it makes sense to me that most players, at least for me, I camp depending on the situation, but I'm more of a rush player. That's especially with anybody I've met. They're more kind of going out there, running around, boots to the ground, just trying to kill people instead of sitting behind a door and just
See,
waiting for
I've
someone
always
to
been the
walk
same way. Where
and
like
shooting.
if I'm not moving, I'm bored of the game. Right? But I know that there are roles that people can play in order to further help the experience of other players. Like, um, for example, there's an anchor in Halo 5 pro teams where your only job is to sit in a certain spot to prevent people from spawning. Like that's literally just your whole job. You're not even supposed to be shooting people. Just to sit and wait. Yeah.
What? I got a guy like that. I'll be on a pro team. I'll be that guy. I'll
I mean,
say,
it helps if you can get kills full.
I'll be that dude. Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, I agree. But I don't know, man. I get it because like I like having people who are my skill level, maybe a little bit better. But then I get to from like a noob level. Like when the first couple games I played in the new Call of Duty, I didn't do horrible, but people at one point I caught myself back up. But there was one match where at first I was going 1-8. I didn't I didn't know the maps, and I'm assuming they already did, but I was getting wrecked. Like people were just places I didn't think you could be at, or their shots were on point. I'm just like, damn, I can't even do anything right now. So I get it. If you're playing for the first time and you're getting wrecked, you really don't want to play anymore because you're just like, fuck it. Like I'm getting handed to me. But then again, if you want to learn the game and get better, you need to play against a little bit higher skills than you because you're never going to learn if you're playing against like say bronze players if you were like
This,
it's
yeah,
like an
this is the problem that I see with like Halo 5 specifically. Um, people who it, there shouldn't be skill-based matchmaking anymore in Halo 5. The population is too low. Like it doesn't make any sense to have skill-based matchmaking in Halo 5. However, it doesn't make any sense to have people who have never played the game against people who have practically mastered the game as well. Right? I mean, let's be real.
yeah.
Do I think skill-based matchmaking should exist? Yes, to a
Yeah, 'cause
degree, but no, and not in the sense that Halo 5 exists. Because Halo 5 is fucking broken, dude. It's always been broken. It's been broken since day one.
Well, we weren't even talking about Halo. He was talking about COD
Well,
more in
it's the same
general.
thing. It's the same
Like,
concept, right? It doesn't matter what game it is. It's just population based. That's the big point. But I don't think COD has that, does it? Except for like the E League.
yeah, it does. No, it's got in your. I was looking it up. It's got skill based in like your in your main matchmaking. Like if I went to team deathmatch right now, it would try to pair me up with
So
people
you're telling
who
me
are close to
if you're
my
telling me
match.
that if I was to do shitty on purpose the entire time that I'm playing COD, I will play shitty people.
Yes,
You're fucking joking. I don't believe that.
that's what he was saying. Yeah, you'll because the and because the only game I think is kind of fair, but then maybe not, is Warzone. In my head at least, because it's not it is skill, it's luck based depending on where where you land. If you can get your load out first, then you kind of have an advantage it a little bit, and it just depends on how you
Well, it's
play
just
like
it's
tactical
just
with your team.
RNG, dude. It's not real, right? I mean, if everybody was landing, starting off with the same gun, same weapon, everything, like I feel like that would be real, and that's all you had to do, just survive 100 people. Like that would be real. But you're basing everything based on like the looting criteria. You're looking for like the
Yeah,
golden weapons. You're looking for your custom loadouts. As opposed to now it's about who has the better perks, who has the better gun, who has the better recoil, who has the better damage. As opposed to everybody landing with like an
I
MP5 and just trying to get it to the end with an MP5.
I mean yeah, they should try that. That would kind of be kind of weird to see. Everyone have the same exact weapon, same exact perks, just everything even to see
It's a
who would do
battle royale
better.
that I haven't seen
But
yet.
then again, I think
It's a battle royale that I haven't seen yet where it's not RNG based. It's all like essentially fair. You have one gun to get good with. You either get good with it or you don't.
that's true. It's hard because I've watched like streamers who would um on purpose they would I forget what his name was. I watched a YouTube video about it. His chat would tell him what gun to use in Warzone, be like the worst gun you could think of, and he would still pop off like 10, 12 kills. So I'm not saying it's not skill. Like he could wreck almost anybody with I don't know the worst gun in the game. I can't think of a gun, but just any type of gun that sucks. He could still almost win or just still do really good with someone who had all their perks and all their, attachments, and he would just have like one gun the whole time. It, games that like I don't make games. I never developed a game, and I know they can never probably make it fair, but it must be kind of hard to make a game because you can't make everybody happy, but then you got to make it where it's kind of fair for everyone to learn the game. But again, that's there's pro teams because if I went up against a pro right now in COD, like a 1v1, he'd just destroy me. Even if I put like hours into the game, he'd
Well,
still lose.
that's I don't believe
You know?
that. Like that's a huge like. It's not like you're gonna go against a pro and never just fucking get a kill. You know, Call of Duty's way too easy. Like it's too easy to spawn and end up behind somebody. At least the general matchmaking. You know, not necessarily like the pro series, but something that I used to appreciate about Halo so much was that there was a lot of spawn points. There was a lot of like mathematical institute in order to determine which spawn you start off at. That's all gone. It's been gone for a long time. It makes me sad. It makes me mad to see, but it's absolutely gone now. Everybody wants the pizza cutter method.
Is that with like holding the three
Yeah,
spawns and spawning
that's what I'm
one
talking
area?
about. In Halo 5 specifically,
Okay.
you only spawn on the outside of the map. You don't spawn in the middle. You never spawn in the middle anymore. And that used to not be the case. The problem with that is now that people can just hold three specific areas and they never spawn in it because it correlates. The game now correlates where you spawn with the position of the other enemy.
Yeah.
Instead of spawning on your team like in the middle of the map, instead of spawning on your team like next to somebody, it makes sense to do that, but it also ruins the game in another aspect. Methbear used to think that it was like the equivalent of chess, where you have to set up your pieces in order to maintain a board, right? I get that. I understand that. However, it's way too easy to control a board whenever all you have to do is just sit still for a little bit. And then I think Call of Duty has the same issue where you don't spawn in the middle. You spawn in like 7 specific locations.
I don't know if they could do this, and again, I'm not the best, gamer or whatever, but I still try to learn. Like Night Fury was showing me jumps I didn't know in SWAT, and he was just trying to show me some things. Would it be better if they made it to where it was just random completely where you spawned? You could spawn anywhere. I don't even you could spawn behind somebody.
Tactically,
That was the enemy. Would that?
tactically yes, but however that would be fucking infuriating if you're I understand why people would get mad about that. Because like people spawning directly behind somebody else. I also feel like the RNG would never be good enough in order to prevent people from like spawn camping.
Okay.
Like imagine a game where you just spawn, you take like 6 steps back, and then the entire enemy just spawns on top of you, and you're looking right at them as they spawn, and you just pull the trigger.
What if the maps were bigger? Like Battlefield 5. I haven't played Battlefield in years, but I know Battlefield used to have huge
Battlefield
maps.
5 is a
How did
perfect
they?
example of something that you should be doing, where you can select a specific spawn.
Yeah. Because I played Battlefield 4. I think as the last one I
That's
played.
that's something I want to see implemented in more games, like where you can select the spawn, where you can choose to spawn next to 6 enemies, right? Where you can choose to spawn away from other people in order to stay alive a little longer, maybe have a better chance to get set up. I would fucking love to see that so much. We won't see that anymore. It people
Yeah,
prefer the RNG method.
because that makes sense. Because like if let's say if I'm on the blue team and the red team's on A, and I can spawn there and I know there's 6 people there, I know what I'm taking the choice of. Like, I think I could take them, whatever, and I spawn there and I get fucked. That's my problem. But if I can take some out of, or whatever, then I did what I wanted to do. So I kind of get that because you're making the choice if you want to take on that fight real quick, or if you want to spawn way back in your first spawn and then walk your way up there and try to figure out
Well,
how
I
to
feel like
stop
there's
them.
more I think there's more
Uh,
tactility to it than we're giving it credit. I mean, imagine dying, spawning on top of 6 people, just to prevent them from getting the position long enough for your team to collapse and prevent them to entirely prevent them from getting the position, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like that to me is more um what's the word I'm looking for here? More tactical. Like I don't feel like the tactical is the right word, but tactical is a close word that I'm looking for. I feel like it's more tactical in order to be able to spawn wherever you want in order to maintain. But I understand why it doesn't happen. I get it, but at the same time, I don't at the same. But I don't fucking know, man. Shit.
I'll be right back. It might cut out. I'm gonna grab a
Okay.
beer, so if I cut out, that's why. I think I got one. I got one more beer in here. I should have bought some more beer.
All right, everybody. I have Googled fake ad reads.
Yeah, Googled what?
Fake ad reads.
Fake ad reads. All right, I gotta throw up an this.
I really wish I could show you guys what I did on Twitch, or not Twitch, Twitter. But it's currently not safe for work. Oh my fucking god! What are you doing? Getting chips?
No, it was the plastic around my beer can.
Oh, you're drinking a tall boy. Drinking a Bud
Yeah.
Ice.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's a Bud a Budweiser. I didn't buy Bud Ice.
I'm drinking. I'm
Speaking
drinking
of,
Mike's Harder Cranberry.
ooh, look at
I
you.
got him for $1.
Speaking of not safe for work, have you worked on the commercial
No, I
theme from the
haven't. I
dancing?
haven't. I haven't had a chance to. My sleeping schedule has been fucked. I've been working 60 hours a week. I feel like I'm not spending enough time with
I
Bethany.
mean,
Like that's a huge thing for me. Is that like spending a lot of off time with Bethany is really important to me, and it's just I'm not able to do it.
is she with you right now?
No, she's asleep right now. I'm hoping she sleeps till like midnight. Her sleeping schedule's been fucked, dude.
I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna do it on the stream. So there.
Rev-
I put redeem review your gameplay. Do you got to review your gameplay, or are you talking about
Your
my
gameplay.
gameplay? Oh,
Do you have anything to review? Like a clip on Twitch or a clip on Xbox?
I mean, not really. You kind of already said my Rocket League play where I don't flip as much because I know I can do it. I just don't think about it when I'm playing it. Doing the whole boost and flipping around. See, that's the one thing too. If I stuck with like Halo, let's say I just played Halo nonstop for the last couple of years when I was playing it, I could probably be decent. I'm not saying I'm not decent. Like I said, I know the game. I know spawns. I know the fundamentals of it. I just don't put it into action. But I don't understand how people just play one game. I went from Rocket League and then I'll play. I'm more of a social player. I'll play Rocket League with someone if they're playing it. Cold War, I haven't really played it much because no one's. People are playing it, but they have groups of people, and I'm not going to jump in their parties. And then I used to play Overwatch a lot. That was my main game before I met you and everybody in SWAT. And I played that tonight with my sister because she was online. But I won't play it just
Wait,
by
your sister's
myself,
back?
really. Oh, she was. She might be hopping on
Bro,
here
you gotta
later.
fucking text me when she gets back on. We have to play.
She's the
Yeah,
goat
she is.
at
She's
healing. I don't
fucking
understand.
greatest healer I've
I
ever
don't know.
fucking had the honor of enduring.
And it is funny because I got her into the game. Like she was never a gamer. I was like, hey, you should play this game with me when she was like 15 or whenever the game came out. And And then that's all she plays. I never seen her play any other game. I think one time she played Fallout 4 for a little bit when she bought it. But Overwatch, she's put in, I think I looked at it the other day, like 700 hours or something. I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm gonna click on it and tell you. But she's that's all she plays
Between,
is
I'd say
Overwatch.
between like 5 different accounts. Um, I would say that I personally have put in like roughly 500 hours of Overwatch, but I don't know. I can't like verify that.
But like, how do I don't understand? Maybe I just don't have the personality. And I get she has like the guy she's dating plays it, and they both play together. And I have a lot of friends on Xbox, but I feel like a lot of them just add me, because I only play with really like you, Night Fury, Nap Times. There's like maybe 6 people that I can just join up and say, hey, do you want to run some games in this and this and this? Okay, sure. But like I don't have. I'm more of a social player. I have to have someone playing with me that I can talk to or that I know. And a lot of even my sister, she's like, well, why don't you just join a random game and talk to the randoms? And I try that. It's gonna sound stupid, but I'm so anxious, and I overthink about what people think about me. I'm working on it. That when I talk to people I don't know, and I never knew you until I talked to you. But if it's like in a game and I'm trying to like talk to you, I don't know. I just feel like you either don't want to talk to me, or maybe I'm just reading you wrong, if that makes sense. Like if I join a random Overwatch game right now and I go to game chat, I start talking like, "Hey, let's do this, let's do this. I'll be this tank," and then someone kind of gets rude with me or tells me to shut the fuck up, then I don't want to talk to you. And that's like it's like that always happens to me when I join random people. I try to talk to them, and they're just like, I don't want to hear you. Just shut the fuck up, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, Jesus Christ. It's like I'm just trying to help
Here,
out,
here's the problem that
or
I run
whatever.
into a lot, where I know what a good strategy is. Like that. That's usually what I do. I'm a strategist. Strategist. Shut the fuck up! You don't fucking make fun of my stutter. I know you're laughing in the background. You fucking quit that shit. If you're viewing me, stop it. Anyway,
All right, go on.
I'm a kind of a strategist. Like my huge chess player. When when I come up with a strategy, it's usually based on like the other player's movement, like the enemy's movement. The biggest problem that I run into is that people don't listen to me, like at all. Like people don't want to counteract other people's movement. They want to do what they want to fucking do. So I stopped doing it.
Yeah,
Instead of trying to win, I just let people do whatever the fuck they want to do, and in the end, what happens is I end up with the most fucking kills or the most damage or the most objective time, right? When I'm not supposed to be getting objective time or kills or damage. And then I'm just stuck, because I'm solo queuing and I don't have people with the same mindset as me.
yeah, and I think I'm kind of the same way, but I think I'm more of a just tell me what I need to do,
Well, see,
and I'll try my
that's
best.
that's the people
I
I
guess
like
it's
playing with. It's
that's
it's
who I am.
usually I usually
Yeah,
win with people like that, where I tell people, "Hey, set up in top mid. Set up in top mid. We have a better chance of staying alive. The only thing that would fuck us is if a Genji comes up behind us and just destroys us and murders our shit. And sure enough, a Genji will come out of nowhere and fucking destroy our shit. But at least we had the opportunity, right?
yeah, yeah. To get to like hold the point or to you know stop them. Speaking of this game, real quick, I'm gonna let you know what she has. So time played 725 hours. She's played 557 hours in comp. She's a platinum in uh, uh, open queue. She's a gold in tank. She's a she's a silver in damage, and I'm actually shocked for at least this competitive season. She's a high gold in
That's it.
support. Yeah. Um, her season high. I'm gonna go to all competitive seasons. Um, It doesn't say. It just says games won. Well, as support for all competitive seasons, she's won 646 games. She's played 273 hours as a support character.
Bro, I just
And
realized
she
something.
is.
Like, sorry to cut you off. I just woke up and started
Oh no,
drinking.
you're good.
What the fuck just happened?
Oh yeah. That's like a me thing.
Like, I never
Almost,
fucking
yeah.
do that, but I've done it today.
Not insane. She's been the last couple seasons uncompetitive. I'm looking at it. She's been plat every single season, but like three, where she's been gold. So she's a high gold, high plat
Alright, what's a
support.
game that you want to get good at?
That's the thing though. Like a lot of them, but I can't just stick with one game unless
Pick
that's what
3
I
games you
suck
want to
at.
get good at.
If I had to pick three games, it'd be Overwatch,
Halo
Halo.
5 or Halo, like, Master Chief Collection.
I mean,
They
Halo
are
5
different.
until the new one comes out, I guess. I mean, I have the Master Chief Collection, and I played a couple times,
I personally
and
prefer the Master Chief
I just,
Collection over Halo 5, but I understand why other people disagree with me. My community would disagree with me.
is there? I know there's competitive modes in Master Chief,
Yeah, there's
isn't there?
rank.
That's my thing too. I like just playing ranked type of game modes because I want to get a good rank. For example, when I brought up the Rocket League thing, and I know hockey is not a big thing in Rocket League, but it's ranked, and I was Diamond Division 3 or something like that's. And Night Fury was going nuts because one game he carried me. I had a score of like 100. I barely hit the puck. I didn't do nothing, and I was Diamond 2 Division 3, and he was still plat. Like I'm ranked high in that game mode, but like standard 3v3s, I could barely hit the ball. I'm not very good at like doing the going up in the air and hitting the ball out of the way or trying to guard the goal. But like stuff like that makes me like I'm actually doing something. Like I'm doing good. I just want to be a good player in a game. But like even in Overwatch right now, I'm ranked silver, a high silver in tank, and I would get like 50 kills a game as a tank, but I'm still
Here's
silver
here's
because
my
no one
dilemma.
else.
Here's where things kind of get weird. I'm not a competitive person, like, outside of video gaming, but the moment it comes to video games, I am the most competitive motherfucker you'll ever meet. The biggest issue that I run into is that when I'm playing a non-skill based game, and going back to what Weevil said, when I'm playing a non-skill based game, it usually feels fake. Like, it feels like I'm playing a fucking campaign, you know? Because
What's a non-skill based game for you? Like what does that? Because I feel like each game takes some type of skill,
no,
doesn't it?
man,
Maybe I just suck at games then, because I feel like I gotta get good at anything I
I
play. Like
hate
maybe I'm
fucking saying this
overthinking it too
because,
much.
like, there are people who are out there who struggle just to hold a fucking controller. But there are so many fucking games that I pick up and I'm so goddamn good at. Like, Rainbow Six Siege is probably one of the hardest games that I play, where you have to put in
Yeah,
hours in order to play it. I can pick it up, and after 5 games, I'm golden. Like, it'll be like I've played for years.
I think that's just yeah. I think that's what my problem is. I I think maybe in my head I overthink everything I do in a game. I'm not. Either I overthink it or I'm not thinking about it as much as I should. Like I said, like in SWAT, I know spawns. I know where people will spawn at. I know the fundamentals, but I never put it into action when I'm actually playing the game. I'm either just going around getting kills or
I mean,
getting fucked. And I don't
there,
think
there's
about it
there's
and
points
I
in Halo
die.
5 where, like, I'm sitting in weird positions of the map, like God, what the fuck is that map called? It's the map that everybody wants to take out, but I can't remember what the hell it's called. It's like a
Full metal.
not well, they want to take that one out too, but it's the other one. It's the one that came out originally with Halo 5. Regret. Regret. That's
Regret?
it.
Regret, yeah.
Where I'm sitting at the bottom of regret, I'm getting 25 kills a game. You know, like I'm sitting in odd spots in order just to fucking feel something different. You know, it's like sitting and having missionary sex for like 2 years straight, and then you hit it from behind, and it feels weird. You know, you just want to do something different.
That was the greatest that ever came out of your mouth. Holy shit.
But it's
That
just
was
it's just
good. That was
stale
a good
to
comparison.
fucking play Halo 5 now, because if you're not doing the specific thing, either A, people get mad at you for offsetting spawns, or B, people are mad at you because you're getting too many kills, or C, even worse, which is the one that I fucking hate, is that you're doing something that's off meta. Because you're doing something off meta, it fucking pisses people off.
Yeah. And I get that because and again, like nap times, he doesn't get mad at me. But when I'm playing with nap, sometimes I'll be doing good, but then like, and I hear it, but I'm already kind of in my motion of doing things. Like nap will say, "Hey, don't push to red cave," but I'm already pushing. I'm already there because in my head, I'm not used to just like I know not to push the spawns, but I do it anyway because I'm so used to running around, just trying to kill them, I guess. And they're like, "Hey, don't," they're like, "Hey, don't push there," and I'm like, "Oh, sorry." I already did. Like, because I'm not used to just sitting back. Now, when I first started playing, Sage would tell me, and I got decent at the game, but I got bored. Like when we would play Plaza, I remember this to a T. Every time I'd play with Sage and other people, they would make me sit and tram. They wouldn't make me, but I would. They just said sit and tram the whole game. Don't move. I wouldn't move. I would sit there the whole game and get maybe 6 kills. I would just look at the stairs. They told me to look at the stairs and look at the other stairs
You were
going
an
to
anchor
Plaza.
and didn't
And
even know
I
it.
would do
Like,
that.
the position that I was telling you about was
Yeah.
literally it.
Yeah, but that's what I would do every game. They would just tell me to sit somewhere and I would sit there and look at two areas, which was okay because we were winning and that's when I got into Onyx. But then they switched how you got your rank because back then it was all
Yep.
about your wins. So I got carried to Onyx. Um, but now it's it's not the same way, and I don't like to be the anchor anymore. I want to try to get kills. Like in my head, I want to
Do more.
be
You
good
want to
enough
do
to get
more.
those kills.
Like,
Yeah,
I completely understand that.
yeah.
I get that. When Nap Times and I play together, we play the same position. We play power positions. We're the main Slayer positions, rather. So like it's to a point where if I'm playing with Nap Times, like I know I'm gonna get 6 kills because he has a better shot than I do. I have better movement than he does. He has a better shot than I do. He's just a better player, in all honesty. The the what was I saying? Oh, when Nap Time and I play, we have a bad tendency of playing the same positions, and usually what ends up happening is that the person who's supposed to be anchoring, it should be either it should be either me or him, honestly. If we're playing the same position, then it offsets spawns, and we just have to fucking scramble in order to get it back to normal, and it makes it harder than what it needs to be. So I end up just sitting back and anchoring the whole time whenever I play with him. I feel like I just rambled like a
I, I,
motherfucker because I was trying
no,
to
no,
plug in
no,
my goddamn headset.
no. It's not, and I get that, and for me, I just think it's not saying it's the way I grew up, but my insecurities I think kind of work into gaming, if that makes sense, because I just want to be good at something. So I try really hard to be, and I'm not saying it's because I walk funny. I mean, no one has ever met me in real life in gaming, except for Sage, but he worked with me, and then I knew he gamed. So it's not like I went over and I met somebody, but like I just want to be good enough at something to where people know I'm decent at it. Like when when a new person or someone who just started playing, let's say someone started playing SWAT, once you meet nap times, you know he's good. So once you play against him, you're like, fuck, it's nap times. But that's what I kind of want, not to be like that big, but and I've told you this 1,000 times. I just want to get to a random SWAT match. I see someone on their team, and I want them to be like, this is gonna be a good game. That's all I want. Is something to where I'm decent enough to where people know that I'm not just trash at the
This
game.
is
And the
sorry.
only reason people know me is because of my name. That's the only
This
reason they know
this
me.
this is where my
Because of my name.
competitive drive kicks in. It doesn't matter if you're better than me. I'm gonna try and prove that I'm better than you. You know, it has nothing to do with like your ability to kill me. It has everything to do with my ability to kill you. If I can kill you, that means that I'm doing good. I'm doing all right. I mean,
I'm I Yeah, because I kind of think like that too. At least certain matches. Because a couple days ago I played against Naf, and I'm like, okay, I gotta at least I gotta try to kill him, or not even really him. Just I gotta try to win this game because it's Nafburger. He's
Nav
good.
is a fucking
So it's
monster.
like
For
I gotta
everybody who's listening to the
dude, he
podcast,
is.
twitch.tv/Nafburger, NAFBURGER. The dude is a fucking monster, man. Like, he gets so little
Dude, he
credit.
wiped our dude. He does, and he wiped. I was playing with I forget who I was playing with. It was a champ. I had Onyx on my team, and me and somebody else. He wrecked us, and we like all of us in like one in a couple of seconds, and we weren't even really by each other. And he was just like double kill, triple kill. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, where is he at? It's like I guess he's just everywhere. Now I will say one thing. I'm not saying he does it on purpose. There's sometimes I played against him. If he's really losing bad, he'll quit. He'll leave the game. Because I remember playing with Nap Times, and it was me and Nap and somebody else in Napburger. He was getting destroyed, and he just quit the game. I don't like when people just quit, but I mean, if you I've quit sometimes too if I'm kind of getting butthurt about it. But it's insane how good these people are, and just to watch them, and that I just want to get to that point where I'm decent enough to kind of hold my own against like champions or just just top tier players. And I don't know if it was Nap Times who brought this up in a stream one time. Do you think if Ninja came back to Halo, he'd
No,
still be
I
good?
don't. Um, I don't think I
Don't
don't
quote
think
me
Ninja
on
was
this.
that good, personally.
I've never seen
If
him play Halo.
when you
All
get a
I know,
chance, look up
and
his
don't quote me
Halo
on.
5 stuff. When you get a
Okay.
chance, look up his Halo 5. I'm
Um.
sorry for interrupting you. I'm sorry. When you get a chance, look up his Halo
No, no,
5
no. You're
like
fine.
montages and stuff. Like, the names that pop up are people who are in platinum. Like, I know these people. I've known them for a long time. That's people who don't take the game seriously. It's
Wait. So he played
yeah.
Halo
I mean,
5?
there was. Here's the thing about Halo
Oh.
5 that. Before I get into this, go ahead and say what you were about to say, because you will forget. We'll get into a whole other
Oh.
subject.
I was saying. I don't know if it was Nap Times who said this, so don't quote me on this. But someone in his stream at least said that they think he still would be good because he's an all-around good player. Like he does have a shot, and like they feel like he could maybe in a couple games it'd take him a bit, but they think he could get back into it and be as good as he was. But I don't know how good he was. I didn't know he played that game until I like read about him online. I thought he just played Fortnite. I never knew he played Halo.
Yeah,
But I guess
I
that's where
played
he
against
started.
him in Halo 4, like at a Nashville Combine. I mean, he won. Doesn't mean he was good though.
How old? How old is Halo 5 again? I
Five
don't know.
years, a couple
How
months
old is
ago.
the game? 5 years. So did Ninja start playing that to begin with? Is that where he got his name from?
Halo
His
4.
Halo
His original name was Ninja's Hyper.
4.
That was his original name.
Do you think he has a Halo 5 uh name? Like I have the Halo 5 app on my phone. If I looked up his name, would it would
Look
it
up,
pop up?
yeah, look up Ninja's Hyper. That was his whole name, and I don't know like spelling or
Well,
capitalization or anything, but
I looked up Ninja just to see. Um, it says whoever this guy is, maybe it is him. His highest CSR was was Champ 1. His SR is 146. His kill death is 6.99. Oh, his kill death is 1.51. His KDA is 6.99.
yeah, his kill death isn't
Um,
that great.
So whoever this is might just have a name like that. Let's see. You said his name
Ninja
was
is
what again?
hyper.
Ninja is
I
hyper.
think.
Okay.
Pretty sure. The one you're looking up, it might be him. Like he might have changed his name. Oh,
He hasn't
Ninja's
played that many
hyper.
games.
NINJASHYPER.
Okay. NINJASHYPER. I looked up this one, and it doesn't say he's played at all. There's no games at all. So it might be just Ninja that actually might
Actually,
be his
that
profile.
might be Ninja himself. I don't think I have season 1 through 5 on my account. Look up Kyle Content
Okay.
and see if you can see my season 1 and season 3 stats.
Well, this is there's no spaces, or is it
Yeah, there's
space, right?
space.
Yeah, that's why. I'm on the the H5 app. There's like an app you can download on your phone. It says you
Yeah,
don't
see,
exist.
it's not right. Look up -9. Negative space IX. Still there?
Yeah, I am. It's trying to load. It's not loading. It didn't say you don't exist. It's just
Oh,
not loading.
your Wi-Fi's fucked up. Forgot.
Yeah, I'm trying to go off my data on my phone. If I look up mine, and this is how bad it is. It says, because I was curious. It says my highest CSR is 1607 on Onyx. My SR, which I don't know what SR is, that does that mean skill rank?
Yeah.
So like the higher it is, the better, or is it the lower it is?
That's a very good question. I don't actually know.
Because mine says 134. Um, my KD is 0.92, and my KDA sucks, but it was a -4 when I started. Now it's a negative
What? How did you not
0.15.
find me? I don't.
I don't
What the
know.
fuck?
Did you find? Did you
I
find
didn't look.
yourself?
It's more important that you find me than I
Yeah. So
find you, though. I know what I had done.
my KDA is ass, but it's better from -4 to -0.15. Like I've gotten better, but it's just let's see here. What's my highest like stat? I've won a fuck ton of games though. Like out of the 2,777 games I played, I've won almost 2,000 of those.
Okay, you've piqued my
Um,
interest. I have to look up. Hold on. Uh, Halo Waypoint, maybe?
that might be a better website. I'm on an app on my phone. I'll be right back. I gotta piss.
Uh,
So you keep
let's see.
looking it up.
Search. Alright, so here's me. There's my clan. One of 100 members. If anybody wants to join the twitch.tv/Kyle Content Clan, everybody just, say hi real quick. View profile. Let's see what I can find here. How do I... What the fuck? View your service record on the... Okay, that's an achievement. I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
Service
I agree.
record. Okay, so here's all my stuff. 3,200 games. A 57% win percentage. Almost... Oh, that's just for this season, though. That's not right. No, can't do it. Damn it. I mean, that's me. Okay, can't do it. That's alright.
I just feel like people like I get a lot of gamers want new games. Look me up real quick. There, I'm
I
kind of
said that I
curious
had
what
to
it says
sign
on that.
in order to
But
do it. I don't want to sign in while streaming. That's the main thing. My chair is all squeaky. Everybody in the podcast, can you hear this?
yes,
Are you serious?
yeah. I mean, I I heard at least.
I've officially
It's
drank
just
my
I
first tall boy,
go on.
23.5 fluid ounces, 1 pint otherwise. Slammed it down. How do you feel about that?
Pretty good. I'm trying to figure out. I was gonna subscribe to you, but I got to put in a new password. I don't know. I tried to send a code to my
What do
phone,
you
but it
mean
won't.
subscribe to me? On Twitch?
To your yeah.
No? You're not allowed.
Yeah. I'm not
No.
allowed
Fool.
because I'm watching the. Here we go. Did do a fake face reveal.
Warm. Not
Let me
during the
see your face.
podcast. I will get you later though.
Even though I already know what you look like, so it's not like it's gonna be.
All right, everybody. Crazy smoking weed. Everybody call the cops on him.
No, not yet. Oh,
911.
speaking of not even weed, but after the podcast, do you want to try to play some Master
Why
Chief
in
or show me what
how
the
the
fuck?
fuck did you get that from weed?
No, I don't know, cause it ain't even from weed. I'm just staring at the Master Chief. I'm in the multiplayer like lobby, just looking at the competitive game modes they had. They got like
I'll
doubles,
play. Yeah, I'll
hardcore
play
doubles.
MCC as long as we don't play Reach.
You don't like Reach? I used to like Reach. I think
I
that's what I
hate
started off.
Reach. I hate the
Sage at
bloom
least.
in Reach. The SWAT's okay as long as we play like an updated version of SWAT. But like I played like 4 games of snipers a couple days ago, and like the bloom was so fucking broken, dude. It was so fucking bad. It was so bad. Like people like right next to me.
So what's Bloom? What
When you when you
is that? Is
when you
that like
shoot, your
the?
reticle expands. That's bloom.
Oh, okay. Because I was looking up the competitive game modes, and I don't know what Halo this is, because it says games in this playlist. Halo 3, and it shows like a Halo with 2 guns, like it looks like an X, but it's not an X. So what Halo is that? Is that a mix of all the Halos?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's hard to hear here. Oh, I can't show you how I do. Um. Oh, it's Reach. Okay. All right. Never mind. That's what. So yeah.
Oh, the X with the Spartan helmet on
Um.
top.
No, it's just like it looks like maybe it looks like two swords crossing each other. But on right here on Halo Reach Team Hardcore, there's a competitive mode on this game. It says no sprint, no bloom, and no motion
If
sensor. Just
we play
your
Reach, that's what we'll
DMR.
play.
Okay, and then there's doubles. There's hardcore doubles, team hardcore, Reach Invasion. Don't know what the fuck that is. And then Team Slayer and Recon Slayer.
Invasion is where you get to be an elite trying to raid a base on Reach.
That sounds kind of fun.
It's fun, but it's annoying too. It's not
What's
it's not competitive.
Recon
It's not
Slayer?
competitive. It's just for fun. That's basically what it is. The fact there's a ranked version of it kind of worries me.
Is Recon Slayer just the same as Slayer?
I don't actually know.
Because it says, you know the music, it's time to dance. Slay enemies within Otis tools of the trade.
I don't actually know what that is.
Just says H3 Recon Slayer.
It might be that might be their version of ODST on MCC.
Yeah, that's what it says. It says within ODST tools. The fuck? I see. This is how. And this is what sucks. I played Halo 1 when it first came out. When I don't know how old it was, 12, 8. I don't know. Whenever it came
Halo
out,
1?
and I remember, yeah, the first one. I remember playing it with my friend, like the campaign, but I never got into gaming online. I played online games with my friends, but not very much. I never really owned my own system until I was like 25. So I don't know much about Halo. Like I don't even know what ODST is. What the fuck is that? Like I don't know that. I just play Halo 5. Like I don't know the whole story of Halo. I never beat the campaign on the first one. Like
Do
I
you
played
wanna
it. I got an
do you
idea
wanna
of what
beat the
it's.
MCC campaign together?
I mean we can. I could catch up on all this Halo lore that I don't know about. Everyone's
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
everyone knows so
E-
much about
everything
Halo. I
everything in
don't.
MCC right now, I'm willing to play. What I won't do is go play Halo 5 campaign. I won't
The only thing
fucking
I
do it.
remember about Halo is not really about Halo, but what sticks in my mind, and everyone kind of knows about this, is the Rooster Teeth thing where they did like the
Red versus blue.
funny red
Yep.
versus blue. Yeah, I remember that. I thought that was so funny when I was a kid. What are they doing down there? They're just talking. If you ask me 10 minutes from now, they're going to be doing the same thing, standing there and talking. What are they talking about? It's just, I might actually watch that tonight. It's so funny. It's like, what they get? I think they got sort of like a warthog thing, or more like a puma. What's a puma? Whatever. Like it's I don't know.
Side note: Rooster
It's like,
Teeth
dude,
going
we're
through
about
some
to get a
drama right now.
tank and
Legitimately, yeah.
are they? I don't
Uh,
know. What's going on with them?
Rooster Teeth is an MCC, a multi-channel network. Um, basically,
Is that what that means?
MCN, yeah.
Okay. Oh, there you go.
Basically, it means that. Oh, sorry. MCN is multi-channel network. It means that multiple like channels are associated with Rooster Teeth. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like a group of YouTubers, I
Basically,
guess.
yeah.
They had like one channel together.
Um,
Okay.
two members of Rooster Teeth have been founded to, I don't know the fucking word for it. It's where you grooming. That's the word. You know what grooming is?
No.
Grooming is when
No.
you are telling a 16-year-old you'll fuck them after they turn 18, and then mind fucking them the whole time.
Ah. Huh. I, I learned something today. That's kind of, I mean, I don't know. That's kind of
Yeah,
fucked up.
it's pretty bad. Two members have been founded of grooming. No, one has been
I'm not.
accused of grooming. The other one has been accused of sleeping with fans. That was the big one. Um,
I will say I'm not groomed, but I think someone tried to groom me. Not when I was younger, and I think I already told this on the podcast. And I'll kind of it's not a long story, but I remember when I was 18 or 19, I was hanging out with a friend at the time, which I'm glad we don't talk anymore. He was a he was a he was a pedophile, and I looked at a Facebook post which kind of brought this up, and at the time I didn't think about it. It said if you have friends who you know talk to younger people but don't say anything, it's kind of fucked up. And at that point in time, I kind of did that. I just didn't say nothing, and I wasn't a fighter, so I couldn't really beat his ass. He was a bit bigger guy, and the only reason I never said much because the girls knew what they were doing. But I was hanging out with him one day, and we went to this girl's house, and I never met the girl before, and I had a girlfriend at the time. And he said, "Hey, let's go hang out with her." I said, "Okay." So we go over there, and I'm down in the living room just talking to my girlfriend on the phone. I guess he was upstairs fucking this girl. And then they come out. He was like 18. I guess she was 14.
no, that's not
And
grooming. That's pedophilia.
no, no, no. I know. But listen. So then the girl was like, "Do you want to turn?" I said, "No. Like I don't know you, and you're fucking 14." Like no, I'm not. No. So for 4 years, she she would always hit me up on Facebook every year. It's like, hey, do you want to fuck now? I said, no, I'm not fucking you. Like, what are you doing? And then when she turned 20, like a couple years ago, she's like, hey, do you want to fuck now? I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. And then so we did. And then after we were done, I was like, I hope it was worth like the 6 year wait, because like I don't understand like that wasn't grooming, but I feel like she was, I like I get like
I don't
I
know what
hate
I don't know what to
pedophiles.
fucking say about that, dude. I don't know if that's grooming or not. In all honesty, I
No,
don't
but
think it is, but
like I get pedophile. I'm not trying to say pedophile should be okay. It shouldn't be. But I understand not people's points, but I get like if not saying they should do this. But when she was 15, 16, like she knew what she wanted to do. She wanted to fuck me and I kept saying no, which you should. An adult should say no. And I guess that's why there's consent now. If you're like 16 and the parents say you can date this 18-year-old, then I guess that should be okay. Because even back in my mom's parents' age, my mom's mom was 17 and her husband was 27, and they were happily married for like 40 years. But back then it wasn't a big deal, I guess. Now, so I don't know. I kind of see points for both, but I don't. I'm not trying to defend pedophilia, if you know what I'm saying. But I understand, like even like my parents' age again, when they were younger, they were dating when people who were older, but no one made that a big deal. Probably because there wasn't creeps like there is now, where like a 20-year-old's hitting up a
no, I think they
12-year-old.
existed. I think it's
That's the
just
yeah.
more vocalized now, honestly. All right, stream. Well, I gotta pee. We're an hour and a half in. I greatly appreciate everybody coming out and listening to the podcast.
Oh
You guys
yeah,
are awesome.
hour and a
I
half.
think we have a good one on our hands. This is one that we'll put into the record books of awesomeness and the shut up. That's what I'm saying. Shut up.
And now come watch him play some Halo
Everybody,
Master
I'll be
Chief.
back in
All right,
about
now
15
5.
minutes. I gotta end the stream so it separates the video from the other video. But thank you all for coming out. You guys are awesome. Everybody have a good night. And Crazy Legs, I'll see you pretty soon, my love. I'll stick my penis in your dick hole, and then we'll. All
All
right.
right, baby.